Hello, hello! Numa22 here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, we ended the game, technically, with Sayori unaliving herself, which was not expected. I mean, like, it was, but it wasn't. But now it gave us, like, a new game start, but everything's all glitchy, like, yeah, so, well, let's look. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together to school. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. So that's when the depression was kind of starting. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running off anyway. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Auga catch up to me. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is ordinary as ever and is over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs, there really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Numa? Oh god. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to say Monica? It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? This is like a new story. Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? Sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Because... What's-her-face doesn't exist. Sayori doesn't exist anymore. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Numa. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Numa, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aw, thanks. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyways, welcome to the club, Numa. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, and Natsuki. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? Well, no, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize because I hate her. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. A child. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Numa in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry, I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Numa? I'm apprehensive. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Nemo, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering. Manga? Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Yeah, because I'm smooth. I remember this part. So a lot of this is just kind of a repeated thing. Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup. So I might skip over a lot of this unless it's like new. Not skip, but just kind of like not fully read it. Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? You mean like this game did? Yeah. I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Okay, so this is that. You left a piece of scrap paper. So this is actually how it all went down earlier, because Sayori wasn't a part of this exchange, I don't think. Fine, Natsuki, you write your own poems? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. If it's gonna make me go through it again, I'm going for Yuri this time. Again, because I love Yuri. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence. I just got an idea. Okay, so this is writing our own poem. Then next time we meet, everyone... Okay, So we're all gonna write poems. I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. Oh! Yuri's the vice president now. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems... Do you agree as well, Numa? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, blah blah blah, I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All of them are sad. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Numa. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really hard to find a new member. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless. Okay. Everyone down in the situation, and beside the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay, blah blah blah. Right. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Numa? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Numa, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Numa, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, who I hate. Yuri, who I love. Monica, who terrifies me. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so... You have unlocked a special poem. Would I like to read it? Okay. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. I thought I heard noises. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not a part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Okay. Okay. Disarray. Oh, ew, no. Heaven Sent. Horror. Okay. Congruent. Damn it, no. Misfortune. There we go. Massacre. Okay. So we're going back for Yuri again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Back at the literature club, I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks. Thanks for keeping your promise, Numa. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first. Oh god, okay. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. He already had to be dragged here by Monica. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Girl, you're blocking. I literally can't. Okay. Monica and Manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated. I'm sorry, Numa. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with the disappointed glass. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. I can't really say no to either. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Okay. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. So she reaches into her bag, pulls out a book, pick it up anything you might enjoy. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yep, same thing as before. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, so this is the same thing that started with her last time. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her, but that only makes her face. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but it's time to let it go. Like I did last time. Very engaging and relatable story. What's the story about anyways? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Okay. So this is her just telling me about it. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. Are you not a fan? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. Okay, but our mind be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's kind of challenges to look at life from a strange new perspective. Because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... okay. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writings fill my thought. Oh, wait. I missed that. Hold on. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem when I let things like books... damn it. Kind of forgets to pay attention, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate. That's the least I can do is listen. Okay, so I need to make sure I'm not skipping anything, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well start getting... Oh, God, okay, yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. It's fine if I sit here, right? I guess I can't really complain about repetitiveness in this game because I did play 12 minutes and that's literally just a time loop. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book. She's reading from my book. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling... What? In the feeling of my what? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Ha 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 ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk, okay. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the pages. Here... Okay, Yuri takes her left. I do the same with my right arm on the right side. That way I turn a page. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It says if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, blah, blah, blah. Are you ready to turn the page? Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. Hi, Yuri. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. This is her calling me dumb again. I'm like... My thumb gently letting go of the page. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character... I don't know why, but I don't like that face. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says on all the time. Ha, that's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind, we didn't even get that far yet. I feel like I don't remember this conversation. So I don't know why that came into my head. Ha 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 ha. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. This is different. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Practically rushes out of the classroom. This is not what happened last time, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching this insane journey we're going on. As always, if you enjoy today's video, please subscribe, like, and or comment. Also, feel free to follow my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which are all listed below. You can also find the link to my Discord channel down there as well. So come on, join the community. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! What the f is happening in this game?